Each one of us is going to specialize in a particular thing in After Effects. Some of you are going to be animating, some of you are going to be doing color corrections, and other tasks. So you can create a custom workspace to suit that need. Let me show you how to do that. Now, as you know by now, we have pre-built workspaces from animation to effects and more. But what if you want to, let's say, work on one of these guys and change it around a little bit? Well, I'm going to go to effects because I do that quite often. So I have my effects presets here. I'm going to get rid of the things I don't typically need when I'm doing effects. So, for example, I have this preview here. But when I'm doing effects, I prefer to manually scrub the timeline as opposed to playing with these controls. So I go ahead and close this by hitting this little X. So I get rid of that guy. I don't really need the info, so he's out of here too. Voted off the island. Now, if I want more tools or panels, I can go to the window menu and choose what I want. So I might want to, for example, bring in the smoother or wiggler, even though they are for animation. Or I might want to bring in motion sketch or other things. So let's go ahead and bring in brushes, for example, just to show you some examples of what we can do here. And let's say I like this a lot, and this will help me work more efficiently. I'll go to the little workspace menu, choose new workspace, and I'll call this DHS for my company, Die Hard Studio, Animation. I always put the DHS, well, lately I do, so I remember which one I created. I hit OK, and there it is. I get the name of my workspace right there, which is really cool. So let's say I go back to Paint, for example, or any of the other ones. Mine lives right here in this menu. Click on my animation, and there it is. After Effects will remember that, so you don't have to do that every single time you launch the application. Now, how do we delete a workspace? Well, as you can see here, I have the animation selected. Let's see what happens if I choose Delete Workspace. Now, I get this Delete Workspace dialog box, and I can see the names of the panels, but the one I'm on is not in this list. It's kind of a fail-safe so that you don't accidentally delete something you worked really hard to build. So you have to go onto a different workspace so yours appears in this list. I'll go ahead and cancel this. I'll switch to a different workspace like animation, for example. Now, when I return to this workspace, delete workspace option, mine should be in this list, and now it is. I can choose it and say OK. And it's gone. So as you can see, it's a really, really helpful thing. And by the way, if you ever mess up your custom workspace or the ones that come with After Effects, all you have to do is choose Reset whatever the name of that workspace is, in this case, animation. So if I take the comp panel and I move it over here, and that's just horrible, I can go back here, reset animation. It's going to ask me if I'm sure, and it's back to normal. And that is how you can create and delete a custom workspace.